Greetings, programs. This is Wretch. Welcome back to FF10. Now, you may be asking yourself, Wretch, what are you doing in the Calmlands? Well, here's the thing, guys. We had to shift gears just a little bit after defeating Sin. I said that we were going to try and take on Omega Weapon as well as get the Magus Sisters. Now, I was going to go ahead and try to beat Omega Weapon first. However, there's a big difference in this game compared to the one that I played back on the PS2. Apparently in the international version, and this converted over to the HD version, Omega Weapon went from a monster that had 99,999 life to 999,999 life. He's one of the super bosses in this game, and the Dark Aeons, including Valefor, who ate our lunch earlier, was added to the game as well, and that beating all the Dark Aeons leads to another super boss known as Nemesis, who is apparently the nastiest boss in the entire game. So I'm decided that we are going to go ahead and get the Magus Sisters. Now, in order to get one of the items needed for the Magus Sisters, you had to capture all of the creatures at Mount Gagaset. And I went and did that off camera using some of the weapons that you can get here from the arena. And I actually went ahead and got all the monsters here in the Calmlands as well. And that should make them very happy. Go ahead and let this load a bit. There we go. Hi. Now. Ooh. So this is for reopening the Calmlands. Oh. Well, crud. Oh, that's one of the ultimate weapons. We need the Celestial Mirror to get it. And got the Blossom Crown. That is exactly what we need. And we are not fighting any of the horrible beasties we can find here. So, now that we got that, we're relatively close by to where we need to be anyway. However, we need a Chocobo. So, let's see if we can track one of these roaming Chocobo all over the place. And I see one heading this way. Looks like it has a rider, though. Let's see, can you get me a mount, please, ma'am? Oh, follow me if you want to go back to Bevelle. No, I don't think the folks at Bevelle would be particularly happy to see me. Especially after we basically dropped the Apocalypse monster right on top of them. Well, just gotta find one of these birdies, and then we're going to head to the temple where Belgemine was. And we are going to have to get into some Aeon battles. Because once we beat all of her Aeons all the way up to Bahamut, she will give us the next item needed to open the way to the Magus Sisters. And then we can keep fighting her versions of Anima and the Magus Sisters, and I think we'll be done with that aspect. There's a Chocobo. Hey there, little guy. I need your, ability to jump long distances. Oh, crap. I have to go find, what's her name, huh? The one who had the ability to, get me one to ride around the Calmlands. But it should be relatively easy. We've done a good job leveling up Yuna. Just gotta be a little bit smart about it, because these are gonna be some relatively tough summoner battles, I think. But there's only one way to really figure that out. Well, where did she go? Is she just riding around? Or is she over on this side? Oh! Hey, come here. Don't run away from me. Alright, well, give me one sec, guys, and I will try to track a ride down. Hey, there we go. Had to go all the way up here to the top of this bluff to find the ride person. But that's okay. The temple's right here. And I just really love making the approach on to this temple. It's just so cool. I have to say, for all of Titus's athleticism that we've seen over the course of this game, he's not good again when it comes to like jumping over platforms and such. Seems to be a little bit nervous. It's okay though. Now, it's been a long time since we've come this direction. I think this is the first time we ever came to the Comlands, and a lot has gone on since then. And a lot is about to happen inside. So we have the Blossom Crown, and I believe the next item is the Flower Scepter? Maybe? But it's one of those things that I was reading up on Omega Weapon, and it said, like, unless you have the Celestial Weapons and are really well equipped, you shouldn't even try to go for Omega Weapon. And going through Mount Gagaset reminded me how annoying it was to get Auron's ultimate weapon.
If you've got what it takes to beat Sin, I should be no more than a bump in your path, right?
Well, let's give it a shot here.
Very well. Before we begin, now, are you ready?
Let's do this. Now, I think we have to fight all of the Aeons one at a time, and she heals you before every fight. So, that's awesome.
Choose your Aeon well, Summoner.
Oh, I think I have one planned. I think I have just the one. Indeed. With a full overdrive, too. I'm not sure I really want to waste it, though. We'll see. Maybe just do normal attacks and see what happens. Deals damage and death to an enemy. What does pain do? Oh! Yes, lovely. Let's keep that going. More pain. Hidden for about 12k per. Okay. Well then. Good job.
Stop. That is enough.
Anima is pleased.
Ah, you have made some progress. And for that, I am glad. Take this. It may come in handy.
Lightning gem times 4. Neat. Let's just keep going then.
Well, Yuna, shall we see how well your training serves you?
And we just go down the line here. Ifrit's next.
Very well. Before we begin, now, are you ready?
And I guess we're just gonna have Anima just go down the line and take out all of Belgamine's Aeons. Until we get to Bahamut. And then we shall get the Magus Sisters, who are all kinds of fun.
Choose your Aeon well, Summoner.
Do. If you're gonna keep healing Anima, I'm gonna keep using her. Just makes good sense, especially when that pain's hitting for 12k per. Holy crap. Imagine pulling that from a Crane game. More pain. Because this is a non-elemental attack, so none of them will be healed from it, which is like top. Especially if that's the only bit of damage you're doing. How could you miss that, Ifrit? What's going on with you? Bad doggy. Outstanding. I think we're over-prepared for this.
Stop. That is enough.
Well, that's 2-0 for Anima.
Ah, you have made some progress. Take this.
What we get? X potion times 30. Alright.
Well, Yuna, shall we see how well your training serves you?
And time for Ixion.
Before we begin, now, are you ready?
I am. She's very sporting, you know that? So what's a good counter to lightning? That's water. I don't think we have any water Aeons. You couldn't really technically call Shiva a water Aeon. She's more ice-based.
Choose your Aeon well, Summoner.
Third time's the charm. It was really worth getting all those destruction spheres now. Now, by the way, there is an option in the game that you can bypass all of these summoning animations, and just makes the game go a little bit quicker, but I didn't for the purposes of the playthrough. Besides, that's just a really cool animation. Spam pain. Let's see. What is it with these Aeons missing? Oh, there you go. You have two attacks. I guess because Ixion is considered to be one of the fastest. Another arrow spark. Worst comes to worst, we'll just hit Oblivion if we get to the point that we think we're about to lose. Yes, indeed. And down it goes.
Stop. That is enough.
You remember how much trouble we had with the first battle with Belgemine on the Mihen High Road? I mean, that was the only one that we lost, but...
Ah, you have made some progress. And for that, I am glad. Take this. It may come in handy.
What do we get? Chocobo Feather times 10. I'm not sure what that's for.
If you've got what it takes to beat Sin.
And time for Shiva.
Very well. Before...
Now, Shiva may give us some difficulty. Because of, she has some pretty powerful attacks, some pretty powerful magic, and she can heal herself, too, by casting her blizzard magic on herself.
Choose your Aeon well, Summoner.
So, let's have the ladies go at it. Now, I wonder what Shiva's story is. She's been in multiple Final Fantasies, but I'm kind of curious what her story was in regards to this world. Because remember, this is a faith. So you saw that with Mutaleska's husband and all that. Kind of, what's Shiva's story? I wonder. And we have this Oblivion, all nice and ready. And we're still hitting for 11 at the very most. Oh, well, if you're just going to heal, I'm okay with that. Can't heal through this. Holy crap.
Stop. That is enough.
Now, from what I recall, you can actually keep fighting the Aeons here for, like, extra items.
You have made... Take this.
Now what we get? Mega Potion times 60.
I will be the judge of your Aeon strength. Are you good enough, I wonder?
Now, next up... Yeah, who... Ah, Bahamut. Excellent. This is what we've needed.
Very well. Before we begin, now, are you ready?
Let's do this. Now, we got some of the tough fights going on here now, because not only are we going to have to deal with Bahamut and her version of Anima and the Magus Sisters, we also have to deal with Yojimbo. Hopefully, Anima is up to the challenge.
Choose your Aeon well, Summoner.
Oh, that pose just gives me goosebumps every time. Now, the thing about it is when she summons Anima, we won't be able to summon Anima. So we're going to have to rock out, I guess maybe Bahamut with a Mega Flare? Or something like that. Or maybe the Magus Sisters. Guess we'll have to see. $12,000. Oh, easy if that's all you're going to be doing. Countdown 5. Oh! Countdown to Mega Flare. So this is just like when we fought Bahamut in the sewers of Babel. Countdown 4, and one last one should do it. Nothing to be ashamed of, Bahamut. Took 3 of them to take you down.
Stop. That is enough.
We're on a streak here.
Ah, you have made some progress. Take this.
There's the Flower Scepter. Okay. Now,
I will be the judge of your...
no. We're gonna have to skip right now. Walk around her. Because... doors are sealed by a strange power. We'll use the Blossom Crown. And then there was another force field underneath it. And now we use the Flower Scepter. And do what you do so well there, Yuna. And we got Cindy, Sandy, and Mindy. Delta Attack and Summon Master. Achievement unlocked. Stellar. Alrighty. Well, shall we go ahead and get to it? Might as well.
Well, Yuna, shall we see how well your training serves you?
Actually, give me one sec, guys. I want to see what happens if we actually fight the other Aeons again. Alright, nothing to write home about, just power spheres and more of the red spheres. So, next up is Yojimbo.
Very well. Before we begin, now, are you ready?
We're ready. And we haven't seen Yojimbo in quite some time. Not since the Cavern of the Stolen Faith.
Choose your Aeon well, Summoner.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. There's the Magus Sisters. We might use them to fight Anima. And see how that goes. The thing about the Magus Sisters is they have an incredibly nasty overdrive, but all 3 of them, they count as like separate entities, so you have to get their overdrive maxed out, all 3. So, there's a bit of a double-edged sword there. Let's see how many pains it's going to take to take out Yojimbo, but Yojimbo can do some pretty nasty physical damage too. There's one that can almost one-shot anything if you pay him enough money, and you have Orin's Celestial Weapon. Daigoro. Multiple Daigoros. But I think this is all that we need. Just like Bahamut, just took 3 pains. At least the dog doesn't have a death animation. That makes me happy.
Stop. That is enough.
Good girl.
Ah, you have... Take this.
Shadow Gem times 8.
If you've got what it takes to beat Sin, I should be no more than a bump in your path, right?
Right. So now we take on Anima.
Very well. Before we begin... Now.
And fortunately we have Mega Flare with Bahamut, I believe. So we learn here that summoners in general, it's just, we've seen this before, it's just, I'm mentioning it now. It looks like all the summoners can borrow from these guys' power. It's not like a Pokemon type of thing where you have that one Aeon and it's always yours and no one else's. So their powers kind of split in a way.
Choose your Aeon well, summoner.
Okay. Oh, Bahamut doesn't have, Well, let's, yeah, why not? Let's see what they can do. If for no reason than to see their summoning animation. There we go. Remind me of the fairies from Sleeping Beauty. Do as you will. Ask the sisters... Yeah, let's have them just do what they will. Taking a break? Great. And cast Reflect. Wow, holy crap! Did you see that? Just for a normal attack, 11,000? Nice. I like that a lot. Pasado. I like it. I like it a lot. Razia. 70,000 overkill. We might be able to take on Omega Weapon. If we have these girls on our side.
Stop. That is enough.
Like the Warriors 3 from Thor. Only much prettier.
Ah, you have made some progress. And for that, I'm glad. Take this. It may come in handy.
Okay. Stamina Spring times 60. And then we have one more fight, guys.
I will be the judge of your Aeon strength. Are you good enough, I wonder?
Only one way to find out. And that's to take on the Magus Sisters.
Very well. Before we begin... Now, are you ready?
Let's see. So we have to go through the full summoning animation with Belgamine's Magus Sisters. I'm curious whether we should just go ahead and hit Oblivion, like, right then. You know what I mean? and just try and one-shot, I guess. We could do that.
Choose your Aeon will, summoner.
Let's go ahead and summon Anima. She's been undefeated here in the summoning ring. Except when we defeated her. But that's different. For 5,746. Deals death and damage to an enemy. So we'd be doing that one at a time. You know what? Why not? Let's send him down. To introduce Anima's better half. Now we've saved this up. Let's hope that it pays off. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I think that looks like it pays off. Overkills? Triple? Nice! Huzzah! Good job, Anima.
Stop. That is enough.
Clean sweep.
Ah, you have made some progress. And for that, I'm glad.
I'd call that more than progress.
Take this. It may come in handy.
Shining gem times 40.
Thank you. Perhaps you'll teach me again someday?
That's not possible. You have already surpassed your father. There is nothing more I can teach you. My work here on Spira is done. Time for me to go.
Send her.
And we have the option to do nothing, but there's no point in it because the items that you can farm from beating her Aeons aren't much. So,
Yes.
now her watch is ended.
It is in your hands. Destroy sin and save Spira.
Obtained Moon Sigil. Alright, guys. Well, that's that temple done. We have all the Aeons available, and we have some Aeons with some significant boom. So I'm not sure what we'll do in the next episode. I'll kind of give it some thought. We could try and go for Omega Weapon, or we could go ahead and just head into Sin and start the end game. But if you have an opinion on it, let me know in the comments below. But if you liked the episode, please leave a like down below. Subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, that'd be a big help. And we'll see you next time. Later days, everyone.